Okay, we were having, once again, some technical difficulties. I think it's something that's so weird. I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the very beginning, at least on my end, it looked like it was a black screen for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. So I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working. My microphone goes down again. And I spent the last 15, 20 minutes using it, and it was fine, working great. And then as soon as I pushed live, for some reason things start going crazy. I don't understand. So what's up, Scott? We got a bunch of people in the chat as normal. We got Mr. Baggins and his daughter is here. Legendary, great to see you. Arrow's in the house. Adrian's in the house. It was just a picture of me. That's such a fucking odd thing. And there's no reason to explain why that happened. I don't get it. Well, anyway, we are live now, and that's all that matters because, yeah. We got Jason here. Jason is going to be popping his set list cherry tonight. I kind of saw it at the beginning of the chat for 1 second. Scott K was kind of talking about how they grow up so fast or something like that. And yeah, he said he's popping a set list cherry tonight. So Jason, you are officially on the mark. And I know you looks like you were kind of confused why you were so quick. So this is a perfect segue into telling you to make sure to reiterate, I've said this many, many times, that I basically try to do your set, your live stream when you can be here. So if there's like days that you can't be here, a lot of the people who have done sets in the past will say, I can't do it during the week, I can only do it Saturday. In this case, we have like 6 sets coming up, which if you guys haven't checked yet, if you go into like the live streams, upcoming live streams, you can see that I've listed out all the next sets that are going to be coming up, and we have like 6 or 7 of them. So I have it in order and what the dates are. I think you guys should be able to see it in that way, although I've never seen it from your end, so I don't know how it works out. But I have all of those listed. And it just so happened that two or three of the people said, I can only do it on a Saturday or Sunday. I can only do it on a Saturday or Sunday. So I'm going to try, and they also were first. So they like sending their sets in first. So I try to accommodate as best that I can, and they can only go on Saturday and Sunday. So that puts you tonight, and that's why Colin is on Monday nights, because I think Colin can usually make Monday nights, even though it's like late for him or something like that, because he might be working on Tuesday or something, and he's in the UK. But he tends to be able to come on Monday nights, and you or him did not specify when you wanted to do your set. So if you want to do that and you want to specify what day you want to do it, then you're going to have to put that in the email with the set. And then whenever that next day of that day that you can do opens up, then I'll do it then. That's the way it works. All right. So before we get into Jason's set and pop his cherry a little bit, I have some very, very exciting news. I guess it's not news yet. It could be possible news that I want to share with you guys, the community, because I think it's rad as shit. Rad. I haven't used rad since like the early 80s. And I wish Master Manoob was here, Manuel Romero, because he would definitely like this, since it was his set that caused this whole thing to happen. So I'm going to quickly remind you, for those of you who tend to be here. Oh, Ryan's here too, but I think he said something about being at work. So no, I'm not going to be a father. But that would be some good news, I guess. And some crazy news. So I'm just going to play a video for you. And this comes from, yo, what's up, John? John's in the house. Kids are probably being put to bed soon, so hopefully he can be here throughout the set. But he joined at a perfect time. So I'm going to play a video, and then I'm going to explain to you why this is good. But this comes from set 109, or videos number 109, which was last week. So just going to play this for you real quick, and I want you to listen very carefully to what I say. All right, here we go. Try to
Hello,
make...
if you're listening to this, I would love to do an interview with you on here. Some people asking some questions because you seem like a man of mystery a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to do that again. Listen, because I started talking over myself like a dumbass.
Elo, if you're listening to this, I would love to do an interview with you on here. Some people asking some questions because you seem like a man of mystery a little bit.
So, ironically, part of the reason I said that is because we did an Elo song a couple weeks ago, before that one, which was last week. I think Manuel also requested that one, and I liked the song. I really liked it, and actually I liked a lot of them from Elo. We've heard 3 or 4 of him by now, or them, I should say. It's not him. I used to think it was one guy, because Elo sounds like a one guy name band, but it's a band. And he commented, or they commented in my comments on that first video, and they just said, "Oh, thanks for listening to da-da-da-da." And I responded to them, and they never responded back. So I made a comment about how, oh, it'd be nice if they would actually interact instead of just making a comment for publicity's sake. And sure enough, Elo was definitely listening to Coalescence, which is the 15-minute banger that we listened to last week that I absolutely loved. Thought it was a great song, one of the fastest 15-minute songs, and you know how picky I am with 15-minute songs. Like anything over 9 minutes, I kind of, get kind of antsy about and think that it's difficult to be good. Well, that song was really fast, very good. I enjoyed it, and it's been jamming just as Adrian's been jamming to it. And about 6 hours ago, we got this comment. So go ahead and take a look at that. They responded and said, "Thanks for having us on again. It's amazing to see so many positive comments vibing with the music." Because, yeah, Elo, it was a fucking awesome song. That's why they were vibing. He said, "You want to do an interview or something?" So that means he was listening to the whole song and he could actually hear what I said. When I go back and listen to these, I'm like, man, my voice is really not that loud. I need to make sure that I don't drown my voice out with the music. Now, I also don't want to go the other way where my voice drowns out the music. But either way, nonetheless, he obviously heard what I said. And that little emoticon and a question mark means that they might be up for a little interview. I would definitely be down for it. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. But I will be honest, and I'll tell them before they even agree to an interview, if they do an interview with me, that I'm going to be honest, and I'm probably going to ask them questions that they wouldn't normally get in a normal shitty-ass interview. Like, whoa, what was the inspiration for the song? Like, I'm not going to ask questions like that. I'm probably going to ask, like, questions that I'm interested in and that I think people who are fans of them would be interested in, like the background, where they come from, how they joined, that kind of stuff. And they might not be down for that, They might be like, we don't want to talk that kind of personal stuff. We just want to, publicize our music or whatever. But, I wouldn't do anything offensive, but I would ask them different questions. And I would even, if they agree to it, probably put a poll on the channel so that you guys can ask some questions that you'd want to know about them, and I'll choose ones that I think are really good, and then I'll ask it in the interview. Because I think they were really happy with the positive comments that people obviously like the song. So, hell yeah, man. Let's see if we can get that thing arranged, and I wanted to share that with you guys because that's pretty cool. And Elo, if you're listening to this one by chance, even though your song's not on this set list that I know of, then... yeah, thank you for listening again, and let's try to... All right, so let's get to Jason's set and start seeing what this dude has got for us. So Jason starts with, he says, "I thought to send a list that was a bit Halloween-themed, kind of a week too late, since I'm sending it on the day of Halloween, but I guess you sent it on the day of Halloween, that makes sense. These Symphony X songs, the Symphony X fans will be happy, are a little more faster paced and heavier metal, which I like better of Symphony X, which I'm sure you will enjoy over the more melodic tones they usually have. I like melodic tones, I just don't like their neoclassical stuff. I have also included some Black Sabbath that some people may not have heard before because it's during a specific frontman's time that I don't think lasted very long. The album is hard to even find now and isn't on streaming platforms. So I know a little bit of Black Sabbath. I don't know them very well, so that'll be interesting because, of course, it's Black Sabbath. How can you not like them? So a lot of their music is really good 70s rock, so I'll be down to hear what that is. So he's going to start us off with some Symphony X. This is called King of Terrors. He says, coming off the Odyssey album, which I didn't typically like or really like Odyssey, the song. I chose this song not only for the Halloween theme and the more heavy metal sound, but because I enjoyed how they were able to emulate the terror of the person experience what they do in the song. Those emotions penetrate your soul, and make you feel a bit terrified yourself. Okay, so let's get to King of Terrors by Symphony X. Booyah. I like it. Nice heavy riff. I like that. Oh, it doesn't go up. Because like the keyboard is in half to what they're doing. Nice little disconnect. Nice. Break it up. So far, go on a definitely gym playlist.
Are you awake without the sun, encased in walls of steel? Terror so real, it blinds me. When darkness steals my breath, forbid on the edge of death, the wells of hell know not my name.
I'm not particularly liking the melody. It doesn't feel like a melody. It feels like I'm just talking, like rapping. Okay, there's the melody. Sounded cool, even though it's an older song. Oh, yes. Big snarl. Yep, I'm gonna see them too. I haven't bought the tickets gone on sale. I haven't bought the tickets, but I'm guessing they won't be sold out. Taking me. I don't know. Do they sell out stuff? Yep, I definitely can't do that past the double bass. I just did whatever came naturally to me. I never worked on it. In order to do that speed, you definitely have to put time in. It's not even that fast.
The inquisitorial vengeance had been hurried by my twofold escape, and there was to be no more dallying with the King of Terrors.
Jason, I forget, where did you say you live? If you're around the Midwest area, we should try to meet up for that shit. Anybody in the Midwest who wants to go see Haken and Symphony X, let's meet up. Yeah, I'm not impressed with his singing in this one, but I'm definitely impressed with Russell's singing. He's got so much power in his voice. Adrian, have you heard Russell when he's with Mike Portnoy's side project. What the hell are they called? I have a couple of their songs. I didn't love them. They were a little too pop metal-y to me, but they had a couple good songs. Shit, what was their name? What was that project? Minnesota too fucking cold, seriously. And you guys defunded the police. Yes, that's what it is, Scott. Sons of Apollo. I think that Russell sounds great in that shit. Damn. Ooh, that was like John Mayung shit right there. Okay, as badass as Romeo is, and I love him, I didn't like that solo as much. It's kind of not too inventive. Okay, he normally is. He normally is pretty inventive, but that was just a solo. It's okay. Every drummer has those kind of solos, or guitars. I'm feeling the riffs. This part's good in the melody, but that first part in the verse, I'm just not into like speaking verses. Rushing too many words into something. But like, the chorus is good. Is that it? All right, so I think I'll give that song a chance on a playlist, gym playlist specifically, because the even though you can tell it's an older engineered version of sound, it's still good enough to me that like that it just sounds really powerful and good. I like the riff on it. I like heavy Symphony X. The melody or the singing, I typically think that Russell's grand, but I would say he fell a little, not in the chorus, on the verses he fell kind of boring, not very good writing in my opinion for this part. For the chorus, I would say yes, I liked the chorus because it was a typical chorus from them, and I think his voice is incredible. I love it. I think I've always said like, if he was in Dream Theater, it'd be interesting. I'm not saying I would prefer it because I've gotten used to James now, and I think James pulls off some shit, but I do think it would be interesting if like he got in the same time that James joined the band. Number one, what it would be like as far as how much it would change the music, or like just what it would sound like. I mean, it'd be such a different sound. It's fascinating to me. It'd be very interesting to hear like what he sounded like in a Dream Theater setting, because even though they're like Symphony X, they're obviously very different too. And I don't know if I would like Russell's singing on like could you imagine Russell singing like their ballads? I think it just wouldn't fit like it does with James. And even though I don't love James, I still think his ballad singing is going to be better than I would guess Russell's would be in those songs. But I could be wrong. Again, we never got to hear it. We'll probably never know. But that's the way it goes. All right, so let's move on to the next one. This is The Turning. This is also from the Odyssey. And he says, I'm a big fan of Jekyll and Hyde songs, and this one doesn't disappoint. Russell Allen can really separate the two sides of the person. Okay, so he's going to be a Jekyll and Hyde. It'll be interesting because maybe this will answer how he sounds on a nice, like, ballad. Where did we come from? Why are we here? Could you imagine him singing that? It'd just be, I don't know, it'd be weird. Here we go. Yes. Power metal. Yeah, that makes sense, Jason. I especially with Symphony X. I'm not into the fairy tale types of story. Oh, nice Romeo. Okay, it sounds good.
As midnight's curse descends on trembling hands. Oh, save my soul.
Yes, I definitely like this song better than the last one. The melody's just way better and more catchy and definitely aesthetically better written.
In the lamplights glow nocturnal, and my breath hangs like ghosts in the evening air. Of vile creation, abomination, from my abomination, on and on and on and on.
Definitely like this feel better than the last song. Jason, I totally get it. I think that's why most people like Symphony X. Listen how good his voice sounds there. Ryan, I definitely would say like their heavy stuff like this is pretty similar. Sense, Adrian. This song is definitely going on the playlist. Okay, it's still streaming now. All right, I stopped it because I think it's reconnected now and it looks like the stream is back on. But that got disconnected for a second, so let's keep it going. Oh, let that stop. All right. So for some reason, I'm unable to connect to the chat again, so I can't really see what you guys are saying. I guess I can see it on my phone. Shoot, I don't know what to do. Pop out chat? Maybe we can try that. Oh, how about this? Restore chat. Oh. Let's do a pop out chat and see if that works. Well, too late now, JBB. You can't, I mean, you can gossip about me anyway. I don't give a shit what you say. Well, I wouldn't say I don't give a shit, but I'll get over it. All right, so the chat is popped back up, but it's kind of like weird. I don't understand. Let's see if we can make it work. Yeah, that was weird. I wonder if my internet just reset, because that is the first time that that's ever happened where it went down and it stayed down and everything reset. So I think you're right, Jason. I think Symphony X is, they were like, dude, this song is so fucking good. We're just going to have to tear down the internet. All right, so my little background screen is getting fucked up. So we got to make sure we fix that. There we go. That's fixed. All right, so once again, in summation, like that song, definitely better than the first song. Just, I feel like the melody and everything fit way better and was much more melodic and well done, well chosen than the first song. It like went with the riffage more versus like, oh, we wrote this cool riffage and we're just going to kind of slap something on top of it. That's what I felt like about the last song. This song felt like an actual written song where they had like ideas that they put together. So, oh yes, I'm sorry, Adrian. I don't even know how that's possible. I think a lot of people were up in arms because how the fuck is Alabama number 2? I mean, you got to be freaking joking me. It's crazy. They're just trying to set it up so that when Alabama loses, if they lose to Georgia, they're going to still be like number 4. And then if they beat Georgia, Georgia's just going to go to number 3 or number 2. And so they're going to try to get what they can do to definitely get 2 SEC teams in the fucking playoff. They try it every year. But if a 2-loss Bama gets in, there's going to be pitchforks. There better be pitchforks because it's just total bullshit. Like, I totally think they're the best team. I totally think Saban's awesome. They are the standard, but they're part of the standard because they get so much fucking BS love that it's like, yeah, of course you're going to be in the playoff every year when they do this. And when you're that good, it's not like you need to help that team anymore. It doesn't make any sense. Joel Klatt actually did a thing yesterday on this on the Colin Cowherd show, and he broke it down perfectly. I love that show. It's like the best show in sports when those two battle each other every Wednesday. So get a chance to watch it. Adrian, the other thing I was going to ask you is, did you end up watching the Dream Theater stream with the new album? I'd be interested if you watched it and if you liked any of the songs. All right, John Feedy has disappeared. Once again, he's probably with the kids, but let's get on to number 3. This one's called The Haunting. Coming off the first album with Russell Allen as the lead vocalist, The Damnation Game. This song was actually one of my first I heard of this band when my stepdad introduced me to them. This song really impressed me with the driving and the sense of dread that the song instills with its creepy ghost tale. Got it. And you know what? That makes me think, Jason, I totally get it. And I think a lot of Symphony X fans like Symphony X because of the storytelling. And it's a very specific type of storytelling. It's a very fantasy, philosophical, kind of natured stuff that to me is completely impractical and completely nonsensical. It's just like there are angels and demons and they fight, and the girl drives under the water and she sees the flashing light and the light of the son of the gods. It's just like, what? Okay. But I can understand why people like that, and if they like that, that is cool. Yes, Adrian, got to get on it, dude. I think you're purposely trying to avoid Dream Theater. I will say it's not that great of an album. I mean, it is a good album. It's not a great album, but the last freaking song is totally worth 20 minutes. Shockingly. I was not expecting that. All right. Here we go with the next song. What's the title again? This is The Haunting. The Haunting. Here we go. first time Russell debuted with them. Man, I really feel like the one underdog. Nice. Yes. Romeo writes great riffs. Don't like that piano choice, but it is old song, so. Fucking Romeo just lit up your face right there. Jizzed all over it. You like it because he's not singing yet. That's Russell? Sounds less full. He's got like a higher pitch. What? How old was Russell when he sang this? Sounds like him a little bit, but before that, he just doesn't have the grit that he has later that I've heard. It's the first time I've heard him sound like this. Yes, Scott, I just saw your comment. Cincinnati is definitely getting screwed over, which sucks. Especially because they're Ohio teams. I actually like this. It is definitely more melodic, Jason. I like it, actually. It's not neoclassical-y, which is one of the things I dislike about them. It's kind of like when Haken does their circusy shit. Hate it, but everything else I like. Yeah, it does have a power metal feel versus a neoclassical feel. Baggins, yes, I agree. And just, I feel like his tone is much higher set than what I've heard otherwise. Otherwise, he's got that lower grit, but high notes. This is like higher pitch, high notes. Romeo dropping balls all over the place. That was a little muddy at the end. Not him, but the recording was muddy. That fucking rolled. Adrian, it's close for me. It's close. I think I like the last one a little bit better, but I like this one a lot. Sound a little bit like the mirror. Yep, I think me and Scott are in agreement. I like the second one just a tidge more than this one, but I like this one. Definitely better. Both of them better than the first one. So I liked it. Yeah, man. 2 Symphony X songs that will be going on playlists for sure. First one, I am on the fence whether it's going to go on a playlist. Maybe I'll give it a shot and see if it grows on me, but definitely. One more thought, Adrian, about the Buckeyes jumping Oklahoma. I think it's okay. I don't think they should jump Oregon, which they didn't. Oregon's in front of them. But they also know that we're playing Michigan State and Michigan, which if we beat them, which we should, we will definitely jump Oregon too, because they don't have many good wins coming up for them. But OU has not looked strong, but I still think I don't understand why they're like 8th, right? Aren't they like 8th or 9th or something like that? It's crazy. Anyway, let's get on to this Black Sabbath stuff for the last 2 songs. Now, someone did bring this up. I wonder if this is going to get blocked. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, you guys are in the live chat, so you're going to get to hear it at least, and then it'll be blocked by tomorrow morning. So we'll just have to see. He says, Headless Cross. This was a harder to find video because the album seems to not be in distribution anymore, but Headless Cross by Black Sabbath with Tony Martin as the lead singer. I don't know who Tony Martin is a great album, and I wish it could get more love. The beginning beat to the song is great to headbang to. All right, here we go. Some Black Sabbath. Don't get blocked. Sounds like an 80s song. That was Mario. I don't care about copyright claims, Scott. I care about blocking, which is the whole fucking stupid point of this whole thing. They can copyright the shit out of it. Just don't block the video. It's fucking dumb. I like this. Bum, 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 bum. Bang, bang, bang. Got a little bit of Russell sound. Scott, that's not true. Every single video is copyright claimed that I do on here. All of them are copyright claimed. I don't think there's a single video on my channel except for the counseling ones that aren't copyrighted. They're all copyrighted. And I get an email, copyright email, all of them. Okay, late 80s. That makes sense because I was like, this sounds more 80s than 70s. So he is after. I thought this was like before or something. JBB, he said it was Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Yeah, this sounds way 80s to me. Tony Martin. Tony Martin is the name. See, I don't know names of like bands, people, unless it's a few bands. I am too. I love the 80s. I've always said it's the last great decade in music, in my opinion. There's great songs in every decade, but since the 80s, it was definitely the pinnacle, and then it went downhill. Thanks to the grunge scene, which had great songs, but it dumbed down music even more. Good Dio. Like dun 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 dun. I can see what you meant by it can bang your head to it. It's definitely got that like. Like that organ, choral organ. like the way he sings some of his vowels. But yes, I do think he has a good voice. Yeah, like, that sounds good. But sometimes when he's like, dude, that was a high note. Did you hear that shit? Is he singing that full voice? Fuck. I definitely like the song. Crucifix head to the ground. The power of Satan. Adrian. Did he have a good message? Nice. That's a great line right there. Bum, 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 bum. Jason, I don't think this song is pro-religious. A headless cross? I mean... Does it say Japanese remastered? 2010 Japanese remastered. All right, so yeah, I mean, that I was so confused at the beginning because when I think Black Sabbath, I think of fucking 70s and literally the sex, drugs, and rock and roll like motto came from them, I think. Well, maybe a little bit before them, but they definitely took the torch. But that was like, even when it started, I was like, this sounds like an 80s song, like an 80s like ballad almost. And it definitely had that like 80s vibe, which I like. So I definitely liked it. I could see that. Was Zach still in? What's up, Alpha Star? Was Zach still? Was that the guitar player? Was that Zach? Or was that somebody else? I don't know the history of Black Sabbath. So, well, Alpha Star, you get to hear another one because the last song that we are going to listen to is also by Black Sabbath. This song is off the Headless Cross album, which we just heard. I said made me interested in trying to find out what the Nightwing was, and though the tale isn't specific, the song gives weight to the power this creature possesses and grace of which it holds itself while not telling you what it is, which adds to the mystery of the song. So this kind of goes in the Symphony X category for me, where it's like it doesn't make any sense and it's just some creature, monster, dark eternal night bullshit. Which I don't typically like lyrics like that, obviously. I like more practical stuff, but let's hope the song is good, because that's really what matters. Lyrics is like third or fourth on my list, as we all know. So Nightwing is the name of this song. Here we go. Nightwing. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Adrian. I always assumed Zach was in Sabbath. Shows you how much I don't know about them. Even like young Zach? I mean, he was freaking young. Obviously, Jason. Which is fine. Sounds like a fretless bass almost. Wow, I did not know that. That's learned something new. That's pretty big. I always assumed Zach was the Sabbath guitar player. That was cool. Dude. This is fantastic. I think it sounds great. And I haven't had any warnings come up for copyright. Flies again. That was a nice transition back into the verse. Interesting. JBB. By the way, JBB, did you see that your set's coming up, or your one song is coming up? I think it's Monday. Okay. Dude, I like this. Ryan pops in with some angst. I was gonna say in the last song, I do feel the Halloween theme. Nice switch there. When I heard the solo of the last song, I was like, I don't know if this is Zach, because Zach does a lot of pentatonic shit, and he didn't. See, that's a great my killer. God, I wish I could sing. That's the way it always works, Ryan. Always. In every store, in every person's life. Nice. Building. Beautiful, very soulful. I remember when I worked at Subway when I was in high school, same thing would happen. Nobody would come in, and the fucking line would be out the door. Instantly. I think I like this song more than last one, but they're both good. Yes, DM, the freaking transitions are great in this song. Hunted one free. So tell every creature of the night. Tell every creature of the night. Exactly. Travis Scott. Great fucking song. This is a great song. It's the outro solo. Too bad, Jason, that you could have sent this earlier and I actually played it on Halloween. That'd have been great. I definitely think these two choices were hits for everybody. You're definitely going to get a mix. Actually, you're probably going to get more of people who don't like Symphony X than people who do. Although if Colin was here and if Sasha was here, they would love it because they love Symphony X. And I'm in the middle with Symphony X. I like some of their stuff, and some of their stuff I just don't like at all. But yes, great way to make sure that you take your sheet and you wash it. It's very customary once your cherry pops that there's bleeding. So you got to make sure you wash the sheet, or you probably better, you should have put a towel down before we listened to the set because you probably already got blood on the fucking sheet anyway. And remember, in certain cultures, you got to take that sheet and you got to present it to the parents to show that you were a virgin. So if your cherry was already popped or somehow broke on its own, you would have to, like, you know, doctor up some blood to put on the sheet. Anyway, my point was that you have now officially become a set doer. What do you mean? I'm not a sicko. That wasn't my fucking plan. I remember I was in a seminary and I had to do like a paper, a customs paper, and on ancient Israel. And I did ancient Israel Hebrew marriage customs. And there was this thing that I remember reading about in my research called the Day of Alm, A-L-M, the Day of Alm. And it was so funny because what they would do is they would go out in this field, basically, and they'd take all the virgins and put the virgins on one side of the field, and they'd take all the dudes and put them on the other side of the field, and they would blow a fucking horn. I'm not even joking you. This was like a common practice, yearly practice. They'd blow a horn, and the dudes would run and pick their wife. And it was fascinating because it was like, in my mind, the scene that plays out for me in a Western world is that the guys are running and the girls are running the opposite the other direction with them, trying to get away from them. But that's a Western thinking. But the whole point of what I learned from that whole research project paper is that it's even biblical, like it's used in Hebrew a lot in the Old Testament, that their idea of love is commitment, whereas ours is emotional. Very different perspective. And also, one of the things that I read in that research was that after they consummated the marriage, that was one of the things they had to do. They had to present the sheets with blood on them, because as you all know, in the Old Testament law, you should know this, even if you're not religious. In the Old Testament law, if you committed adultery, it was death by stoning. So, so presenting that sheet with blood on it was life or death. So if you pop your cherry somehow other than sex, which happens, I guess I've heard from many women that they've bled after they were riding horses because the bumping. And so some of these women probably died of stoning for no reason because they just like popped without anything. Anyway, the point is that we are finished with this set. Jason, you are no longer a virgin. So yeah, I'm glad you did it. I enjoyed about half your set, or a little more than half your set. And again, it's not about whether I enjoy it, but it's about whether everybody enjoys it. And even if they don't, it's about you sharing with everybody else the songs that you like. And we know and check so that when you do a set in the future, I'm going to automatically know, just like with Manuel Romero's set, that the minimum song is going to be like over 8 minutes. So out of the 5 songs, it's going to be at least, all of them are going to be at least 8 minutes or more. Most likely 2 of them are going to be 15 minutes or more. With you, I'm going to know that every time you turn in a set, that I should try to focus more on the lyrics and the story, not necessarily the music, but yes, the music as well. But you really like the story, which is a very different kind of approach to music than I think a lot of people in the chat. So I think this is going to be good and healthy and hopefully open up our ears. So it's cool. Let's read some of these before I leave. You're pretty fast, are you? You better be really fast or you're going to get the ugly run. That one no one wants. And hey, commitment in ancient Israel was about fucking commitment. So if you get the ugly run, you're committed for life, bro. Back in ancient Israel, divorce was not acceptable. And I think divorce, if you were a guy and you divorced a woman, I think it was not good. And if you were a girl and you got divorced, it might be, because usually it'd be cheating, it'd be death. So, Jason, thank you. And we look forward to more come from you. If I look real quick, just to let you know, I'm going to tell you guys the sets that are upcoming so that you are aware. And by the way, we're going all weekend this weekend. Let's see. So tonight's was Jason's. John Feedy is on Saturday morning. Jean-Francois from France is going to be on Sunday morning. Colin is on Monday night. And the next Thursday, a week from today, is going to be JBB Ya's first only song that someone else actually... Well, they didn't pay for her to have a song. They paid for somebody in the chat to have a free song because she's not going to pick her own, which hopefully this will kind of get her to do more than just one. She got a freebie because I picked her to do it. So there you go. And it's actually Franco Schroeder's set after that. And then John Feedy has another set number 2, next Saturday. So he's got both Saturdays. He's got this Saturday and the Saturday after that. And I tend to really like John Feedy's set. I am waiting for Adrian. Adrian, I'm waiting for you, dude, to get another set because I love your sets as well. So, yeah. We are exactly at 1 hour. So you guys have a great one. I'm going to say peace out, and we'll see you on Saturday, motherfuckers. Peace.